To begin. Percy, go ahead and kick us off. Jeff Brown, you'll go second. Percy, go ahead.
Awesome. Question for NECA. Hey, obviously you played against Brittany Griner several times during your career. Just what makes her such a difficult matchup, and what was she doing today that was particularly effective?
I mean, definitely her size. I've been playing against BG since I was 13.
Yeah.
And so her size has always been an issue, and the evolution of her skill set, which she displayed today was, it makes it difficult for us to be able to stop her every time.
When she hits that three, is like that the evolution part that you're talking about?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like she's been shooting that for a while. So she's just someone who knows how to play on the outside and also use her size to play on the inside and be efficient with it.
And then for like Jordan, just in these past two games, the things that have been working well for you are what?
Just my energy defensively. I come into the game, I know that I have to be a spark off the bench, and I just let my activity level, fuel everybody else. I mean, a lot of people tell me that, once I come out there and I'm like, playing defense, flying everywhere, it like fuels them. So I just feel like, just staying on top of that. But my main focus when I come into the game is that nobody gonna score on me. I'm gonna get all the rebounds.
There you go. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Jeff Brown, and then Christian, go ahead.
Yeah, Jordan, kind of a similar question, but you played the entire second half in this game. What were the coaches kind of asking of you, and how do you evaluate your own performance today?
Well, they just told me just to stay on Kai. She started off pretty well. And just just make her work for everything that she had, her and Diana really. But I just locked in just to make her life as hard as I possibly could. She still had 30, but I feel like she was uncomfortable. I made her uncomfortable, for sure.
Definitely. And then for NECA, Phoenix got off to just a blistering shooting start. Do you think that might have kind of taken you guys out of your style of play? Because it felt like early on you guys were just trying to match their like shooting and 3-point shooting. And I felt like it maybe took you guys out of what you do best.
I mean, I think that they came out and they were aggressive and they were making their shots. And we were trying to, stick to our game plan. Our shots weren't really falling the way we wanted them to, but we wanted to keep going. And then, by the time that we were able to kind of get ourselves into the game, it was difficult to get those stops with the percentage that they were shooting. And they're a team that has a lot of great scorers, so we have to stop that early.
Thank you.
All right, Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Lecker and Jordan, coming out of this game, we're not in the business of counting moral victories, but is there anything out of this game that you saw, like that 17-6 run in the fourth quarter that you can build off and then going into the rematch with the Aces on Wednesday?
I'm sorry, I kind of got distracted. It was some noise. Can you repeat that?
Oh, you're good. I was saying, we're not in the business of moral victories, but is there anything that you saw in this game, like that 17-6 run in the fourth quarter, to kind of get back into this game that you can take into the Aces rematch on Wednesday?
I mean, there was a lot of good things that happened in the game. Like in the second half, we cut it down to 6. But like NECA said, once we had got ourselves in that drought, sometimes it's just hard to work out of it. But I feel like, we're good. We're good. Watch film, see the areas where we need to, correct, be ready for the next game. I mean, we got 40 games. It's a long season. And sometimes you got to go through things to get to where you want to be. And it's not going to always be pretty, but, nothing great in life comes easy.
That's a great quote. I've got one more for them.
Okay.
I've got one more for you, both of you, if you can. Coach has said numerous times in these post-game pressers, especially after wins, not just losses, that this team is not complete, and there's a lot more things that have to be added as far as the way you guys process on the court. Is there anything that you guys have spoken about recently in the top practice that you have had that have kind of went into the games lately?
I mean, I think that us understanding each other individually and then collectively as a group, including the staff, is something that we talk a lot about. Being disciplined every day, having that competitive character. I think just being consistent with that, you know, we have moments, we have periods, we have stretches, but we want it to last. And that's something that we talk a lot about. That isn't necessarily about the game plan, but is more about how we do things.
Thank you.
Thanks, Christian. Willie, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for taking the time after the game. I'm curious on a 3-game road trip. At certain points you become used to playing every other day. Here you've had a couple of days between the Dallas game, and now you have a couple of games between Vegas. Would you much rather, off of a loss like this, get right back to it, or take a couple of days and sort of let it marinate, practice, and then I know a lot of pro athletes here in Vegas, from all the teams here, they, especially the hockey team, they want to get right back on the ice after a loss, try to get it out.
I don't know how to answer that. We don't really have control over that. So, we look at the schedule and we do what we need to do. I think that we take very seriously each day. Something that nobody talks a lot about is being where your feet are. So today we were in Phoenix, and this is who we had today. We don't play Vegas for a few days, so we're gonna travel and rest and practice and get to it. Everyone has their schedule.
Yeah,
You have to adjust to it and respond to it the best way that you can. So that's what we're gonna do.
gotcha. Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thank
Coach
you.
Yard, just a second.
Thanks.
Go ahead and get started here. Jeff, I see your hand first, and then Christian. So go ahead, Jeff, start us out.
Yeah, Coach, first, can you just kind of talk about all the ways that Brittany Griner impacts the game on both ends of the court and just the difficulty of stopping her?
Yeah, her size, her ability to post up, duck in. She hit a 3 on us. She's just capable of impacting the game offensively because, she's played at a high level for so long and reads it really well. Defensively, again, her height and size give us some trouble because she's able to alter shots or block shots. And yeah, she's a heck of a player, Olympian, right? One of the best in the world.
Mm-hmm. Two-parter, Victoria Vivians didn't play after the first quarter. Is she okay? And then the second, Jordan played the entire second half. And just what did you see from Jordan Horston?
I wanted to put Jordan on Ka and match those minutes. Nothing that Tori did. Tori's been great for us. But at that time, our defensive competitiveness and physicality on Ka was not at the standard that we needed it to be. Jordan had some really good minutes. She was able to get a lot of deflections and really impact on the defensive end, which is her number one role. And everything else that we get from her offensively is a bonus.
And then lastly, Phoenix got out just a blistering hot start. Do you feel like maybe their hot shooting maybe took you guys out of what you did best? Because to me, it kind of seemed like you guys were kind of maybe trying to match their 3-point shooting early on. As opposed to maybe doing the things that you guys do best.
Yeah, I think today we let our offense dictate our temperament. And I don't think we started the game with a defensive mindset and physicality and presence that's needed to play against a team that has really good 3-point shooting. A lot of those shots, some of them a little bit more contested, but a lot of those shots were coverages weren't sharp, in transition, not matched up, and things that we really talked about and honed in on. Then, offensively, I thought, again, we let our offensive, temperament dictate what we did. We didn't move the ball enough, find great shots. We found, in the second half, kind of found a groove with that, but we have to flip our mindset as it relates to the defensive side of the ball that has to dictate everything that we do.
Thank you, Coach.
Christian, go ahead and then we'll go to Percy.
Hey, Coach, I know we're not in the business of accepting moral victories, but is there anything like that 17-6 run in the fourth quarter that you could take out of this game into the Aces game on Wednesday?
I mean, a different beast with the Aces. I think, the things that we can learn is, you go into a difficult environment with a really good basketball team can't start the game giving up. I think they feel like they made every basket. They might have been 4 for 4 or whatever it is. We have to have a mindset when we're a different mindset when we're on the road. I like the fact that we took care of the ball, only 9 turnovers. Our assists were so low at halftime, and we got them up a little bit. But I'm not going to even bother the field goal percentage because, again, I'm focused so much on the defensive side of the basketball. And what Jordan came in and did defensively for us, and how our activity improved once Skylar picked up her defensive activity. Those are the things that I would love to see consistently.
And one more, if I can, sometimes but some people as fans and also media may not understand the impact that Mercedes Russell has off the bench. She can do a little bit of everything. It's about the perimeter. She can guard the rim. Can you just speak to her impact and how her missing this game kind of may have switched how BG and Phoenix's bigs were defended?
Exactly. We definitely miss Mercedes today. Her size, her intelligence on the floor. Those are minutes that we can, buy some time for NECA to get some rest, but also know that Sadie's can steady the ship in a lot of ways, just, by her presence on the floor. Somebody else at that size to guard BG, and Ezzy had to do it the entire night, and that's not her normal. Ezzy's kind of under the weather as well. So, Mercedes was really missed today for sure.
Thank you, Coach.
Mhm.
Percy, go ahead.
Hey there, Coach. Hey, just the things that you're seeing from Jordan in these past 2 games are what? Because she seems to be all over the place on like the defensive end there for you guys.
She's living in her number one role.
Mm.
She's picking up her paycheck and understanding, the defensive side of things is where we start. When she's able to be locked in and focused and sharp with her scout, she's a very good basketball player. And she's committed. She's committed to this process. She wants to be great in this league, and she's surrounding herself with, understanding who she is, but also, NECA being here matters. Her being with Ezzy matters. Those are her 2 accountability partners. And she's learning and growing in a major way.
And then just in these past 3 games here, haven't been the greatest shooting performances from Jewel. You've seen this before from her, just her entire career. Just anything that you can do to kind of get her out of this, or are you liking the shots that she's taking? Is it more than that? I don't know, just your thoughts.
Yeah, just try to find rhythm for her, early on in the game. We know how deadly she can be when she catches fire, and when she's in a groove, she's damn near unstoppable. So just kind of finding some comfort for her, getting her some touches in the middle of the floor a little bit, and being aggressive, playing on 2 feet when she does get into the paint. She's getting to the free throw line, which is a bonus, and finding other ways to kind of impact the basketball game that can kind of get her juices flowing. But she's a professional scorer. The law of averages, she'll come back and get going. She's gonna get in the gym and get her feel for the game a little bit, and she'll be okay.
There you go. Thanks, Coach.
Jeff, did you have one more question?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to follow up on that, Coach. With Jewel, especially how kind of last season played out, how she had to carry so much of the load. Are there times where you have to maybe like remind her she doesn't have to do it all by herself this season?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you all in Vegas.
Safe travels. Thank you. Yeah.